Good afternoon, Memorial football fans. I'm Charles Strayer, joined once again by my co-host Logan Biedermann. Today we are going into a post-game analysis of the River Falls game, as well as a pre-game analysis of our upcoming home matchup with Hudson.
First things first, the Old Abes played one heck of a game against River Falls.
Agreed. We had a pretty rough first quarter on both sides of the ball, falling 14-0 and soon 21-0 early in the second quarter. We got our mojo back towards the end of the first half, and the second half was looking great. We had some dynamite performances both on the individual and team side. A shout out to the defensive secondary in the second half in particular, keeping that passing game of River Falls to only 19 yards throughout.
In addition, the offense finally found what they had to do to get the job done. Specifically, Riley Holmberg had a standout game.
Holmberg had an impressive 135.1 passer rating with 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and 216 yards to boot.
In addition, he was 15-23 in terms of those passes.
That is an impressive statistic, and we really hope we see more of that against Hudson. Now, his receiver core was equally impressive. Tatum Ferguson, of course, he did great. No more notes. Julius Clark had 2 touchdowns and threw one as well. We saw an interesting trick play that was a crazy thing to watch and put us within 1 score.
Let's roll the clip of that trick play right now.
Right from the snap, the O-line is giving Holmberg ample time. Clark is in the motion. Holmberg is going to throw it back to him, but rather than taking it himself, Clark is going to heave it down the field, catch Jake Weigel, and Weigel is going to outpace 3 defenders and take it all the way into the end zone.
Truly a phenomenal play. And there are many more like this throughout the entire game. But it really comes down to that first quarter coming in to the second half with that deficit.
Yep. That is something we are going to have to address, those trick plays and just getting into a rhythm offensively, as well as getting a clamp on the defensive side. That is going to be key here if we're going to run the table. Running the table is now the only option. Winning all of our remaining 4 games is going to get us to the playoffs. A loss takes us out.
At the very least, this game against Hudson, I think, is very possible, given the Abes' second half performance in that River Falls game.
Yep. With a good start, I don't think the Abes should be written off against Hudson at all.
And speaking of Hudson, if you're familiar with the Big Rivers Conference this year whatsoever, you know that the Hudson Raiders are on top. They are big, tough, and mean.
Hudson Raiders are the real deal this year, 3-0 in the conference, and they have an impressive offensive attack. They boast a 4-score average, and they are going to be a tough opponent here at Carson Park this Friday. No getting around that.
But if our second half performance against River Falls is anything to go off of, the Abes are ready to take on the Hudson Raiders.
I'm inclined to agree with you there. Now, we shouldn't be counted out of this game or the season for that matter. The way we've been seeing things, particularly on the offensive side, improve over the past couple of games, we are going to see a really impressive aerial attack here. And we've got Shamar Simmons and Jake Weigel back for rushing. We've got many options, and we are going to put up some scores against Hudson.
There's no doubt about that. Everybody loves an underdog story, and that is exactly what's going to transpire this Friday.
I think so. Defense has got to bring it, keep that score low, and the offense has to keep doing what they're doing. And we are going to have a great underdog story here for you at Carson Park, hopefully this Friday.
Go Abes!
Hey everybody, I'm Aiden Rickard, Eagle Eyes Other Guy. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and check out some of the other videos on our YouTube channel. Go Abes!